Yeah, I love
Shepard,
love that
I
storyline.
understand you've helped resolve the
I love like
situation
AIs and
with
robots gaining
Yes, Council.
sentience. That's why I want to play Detroit Become Human in
I've read the
soon.
reports. You ended a war 3 centuries in the making.
I had a lot of help.
We have isolated pockets of remaining Geth. As best we can tell, they are Geth bodies loaded with Reaper code. But they are just a tiny fragment of the full Geth fleet. You've done the impossible, Commander. And I may be able to provide help of my own. I've received information from my government. It's too sensitive to discuss over an unsecured channel.
What if I come to the Citadel?
Yes, that would be best, Commander. I'll be waiting for you in Councillor Udina's office.
Yeah, so we need to go and speak to her to trigger the next main mission.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCon.
Does he have anything to say? No! Yeah, of course he doesn't. Let's go around and speak to the crew. Then we'll go around the galaxy, see what we can do. And then we'll go back to the Citadel and hand a bunch of quests in. You good, Trainer?
There's a new message at your private terminal.
Anything else?
I hear you were on the ground with the Reaper. He fired up at us a few times.
No, he didn't. I watched the entire thing.
Some insane maneuvers to stay out of the line of fire.
It's hard being in a fight like that, especially when you're not the one flying the ship. Joker's one of the best, though.
At first I was nauseous, swinging around in my safety harness. But then I was furious. Just enraged. I wanted that thing dead.
You didn't want the Reapers dead when they attacked Earth?
I wanted them defeated. I wanted Earth saved. But I never wanted to physically tear them in half and watch them blow up.
Congratulations, Trainer. I believe you've
Yeah, it's
discovered
different
your
when
fight
you're
with
being
light.
attacked and not just hearing it over the news.
Stayed with chess. Although now I think I'm spoiled by the lack of explosions.
I'm sure we can make explosive chess. That'll be good. Emails. Let's see what we've got. Let's talk Quarian War from Diane Alice. It may be hard to believe after what we just went through, but the rest of the galaxy is barely aware that the Quarians ever went into the Veil, let alone started a war with the Geth. We're sitting on a major piece of history here. I have material from all the players except you. Can I get into your cabin for an hour and get your thoughts on Vid? Yes, you can. Progress report from Shalaran Vasaranok. Commander, with assistance from the Geth, our fleet is nearly back to full strength. We have focused most of our efforts on providing evacuation assistance and support for the Turian fleet, while the Geth harass the Reapers. Even with our newfound peace, it seems foolish to risk an incident by putting our forces in closer proximity. Yeah, so they're gonna have they're not gonna fight together. They're gonna still be separate, just in case they piss each other off. I understand from Admiral Zen that the Crucible project continues well. Though Zen herself seems dissatisfied with the technological capabilities of the device, though eccentric, she is also brilliant. Dissatisfied, that's concerning. If she's like, I don't think this is going to work, if that's what she means by dissatisfied. Hopefully she'll find some way to improve its functionality. I would never have believed you would talk her hand down, Commander. Take care of Talizora for me. Yes, I will. Talizora, Shepard, just want to let you know that I'm going to join Adams in engineering. It seems like the best place for me to help, as long as I'm coming with you anyway. Please drop by when you have a minute. Absolutely will do. We're going to talk about Rannoch. So let's go and speak to the crew. They're going to have a lot to say after that main mission. At least I hope they do, especially Edie.
Alright, here's another one. Dates back to the Rachni Wars. So, a Krogan and a Solarian have landed on a Rachni world for a top-secret mission.
That is unlikely. Solarians rarely took part in raids on Rachni-occupied worlds directly.
Missing the point? So the two guys are climbing up a hill going through this nasty green fog. And as they get near the top, they come out of the fog, and the Solarian sees thousands of Rachni. He looks over at the Krogan and says, "Oh, well, that makes me nervous." The Krogan says, "You think that's scary? When this is over, I have to go back down through that fog by myself."
The implication being that the Solarian soldier would be dead.
Yes. Thank you for killing the 2,000-year-old joke.
That joke plays to racial stereotypes on both sides. The Krogan appears brutish and insensitive, while the Solarian appears weak. Stereotypes such as exemplified here led to the development and use of the genophage.
Jesus, Edie.
Well, yeah. It's also one of the only jokes you'll hear both
I like
Solarians
Twitter.
and Krogan telling. Comedy isn't really about being nice. Sometimes it's a way to air out the ugly things people think.
That's a good point, Joker. Anything else?
Gotta hand it to you, Commander. That's the first time I've seen someone end a war by yelling.
Like, yeah, I couldn't kill the Geth. They deserved life.
After seeing what the Geth Rebellion really looked like, I figured they deserved a chance.
Thank you, Commander. I doubt many organics would have trusted a synthetic race.
And now we've got 2 fleets for the price of 1. We didn't lose anybody.
Except Legion. Before it sacrificed itself. Legion referred to itself as I instead of we.
Yeah? So?
The singular pronoun
The Joker doesn't get
its
it.
independent personality had fully actualized. In its last moments, it was not an avatar of the Geth consensus. It was a person.
That's what I figured.
Well, when the Geth fleet helps us retake Earth, I guess we'll owe that to him.
Oh, that's a good line as well. I wonder if, like I said before, like a Paragon and Renegade Edie's are so different. Like in Renegade, because we shut her down from being more human, she talks more robotically. I feel like in this scene on Paragon, she spoke with more empathy in the voice actor. I might just compare the 2 scenes and see what it's like.
Commander?
What's on your mind, Edie?
I was just reflecting. The Quarians' historical era was not making the Geth enough like them.
I'm not sure I understand.
Units with networked intelligences will trend toward cooperation for mutual benefit. But units with central heuristics establishing an individual personality, such as myself, develop preferences. These preferences form attachments that keep my calculations from devaluing the worth of the lives aboard the Normandy.
You're saying the Geth turned on the Quarians because they aren't individuals?
That is my theory, but it is limited to a sample size of 1 society. The only other notable synthetic society is the Reapers, and we do not know if they govern by consensus as the Geth do.
Do me a favor. Don't ask them.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hello, Shepard.
Yeah, because I don't know how the Reapers operate. I can assume that they don't have a hive mind, considering when we speak to them, they do seem quite individual. Although we've only spoken to 2 of them, maybe like the leaders are individuals, and then like it cascades downwards. Let's invite Diana up.
Trainer.
So I'm
can you
Renegade. I
send
keep
Diana
shutting down her
Howard
interviews,
to talk
so
to
I
me?
want to see what we do for Paragon.
I'm sure you've got a million questions.
I narrowed it down to 40. Let's see how you do with the top 10. Commander, the last time most of us heard about Geth, they were attacking the Citadel alongside Sovereign.
Yes, and you should know that was a minority of the Geth. Most of them are not hostile to organics.
Is that how you explain that they're allies, and no longer dangerous robots who stick humans on spikes?
The Geth are misunderstood. They were controlled by Reapers when they did all that horrible shit.
What you have to realize is that despite their reputation, most Geth are not inherently violent. The Quarians attacked them. The Geth fought back in self-defense, just like any organic would.
Probably don't want to turn
Now
away
that
from the
we've
camera,
freed the
Shepard.
Geth from Reaper control, they'll
I
want
don't think he's had media training.
But you're going to take an army of synthetics to fight Reapers with untold hacking abilities. What's keeping the Reapers from reprogramming the Geth like they have before?
That's a very good question. I wonder how we're going to argue against that one.
The Geth are extremely intelligent, and they put incredible thought into solving this problem. They're not gonna turn again. I bet my life on it.
Yeah, so we don't actually have an answer. It's just, I hope they don't
Now
get
here's a
hacked
question
again.
from a Batarian on Omega. Commander Shepard, if the mass relays can be destroyed...
That one sounds like a loaded question.
So did I miss anything? Do you have any questions?
You gonna go file your story now?
Well, if you don't mind.
Go tell the galaxy what we've done. They could use some good news.
Aye aye, Commander.
Okay, can we invite anybody else up? No. Right, let's go and speak to everybody else. She wanted to hang out, but I think she wants to hang out in the Citadel. No, and speaking of which, I think then next week we'll do the Citadel DLC. Now that we've got Tally with us. I think you can do it earlier, but then there's some weird timing issues where... Oh, I just realised I think I fucked it up from a Renegade. Oh no, I lost somebody in my Renegade. I did the sequence wrong. Fuck, alright.
Impressed you got those two groups together.
Was that it?
We'll see how long the peace lasts.
No, you're really such a fucking downer. Yeah, so if you want to get everybody... I don't think you can get Fane for the Citadel DLC, because I think he dies by that time you can start it. Which is a massive shame. And Morden as well. I would have loved Morden to be there. It'd be great if you can mod him back in. Morden mod. I love it.
Another Reaper gone, and peace between the Geth and Quarians. It's amazing.
And now my people have a world to fight for. Something they know will last forever.
So long as you and the Geth remain good neighbors.
They're not our servants anymore. I'm not sure what we should call them. Allies?
Friends?
There's still too many wounds on either side. But maybe one day.
That'd be nice. What about lovers? Take it up a notch and dive right in. No glyph upgrades, you got anything?
Hello again, Chip.
Nope.
Of course.
You got an email though, I'm just going to read your private emails. Email from Sergeant Cavahan to Sergeant Ichi. Next time you want to warn me that the Geth are our friends and maybe that we're... What? Let me read that again. Next time you want to warn me that the Geth are our friends and that maybe we're not supposed to shoot the big robots. I almost pissed myself when these primes started dropping out of the sky and mopping up the Reapers. We fired a few rounds at them until we realised they weren't firing back. Then this one comes over and said they're allied assistants and asked for our status. I'm not complaining, they saved my crew, but I'm never living down having to apologise to a Geth for shooting one of its damn lights off. Yeah, definitely should have let them know beforehand. If not from there, maybe from the Geth. You know, just come down like, hey, don't shoot with like a white flag on the back or something. Are you good?
Peace between the Geth and Quarians.
Who would have thought?
Not how I ever imagined that would turn out. And next you'll be telling me the Krogan and Turians are cooperating. Oh, right. You managed that one too. You're a peacemaker, Shepard. A rare
So
thing
charming,
these
Garrus.
days. Now, if you can pacify the Reapers, we'll make you a saint.
You'll make me a god. Anything
Not
else?
sure if having an army of Geth behind us gives me confidence or makes me feel like there's a target on my back.
Yeah, so you still don't trust them. But that's fine, we did spend 2 games getting shot by them. Well, 3 if you include this one. I think we're done with Dr. Chakras, aren't we? Let's check.
It's nice to have Tally back. I've made sure we're well stocked with dextro-based antibiotics and antihistamines.
Good, she'll need them after opening her mask on the planet. I just thought as well, I didn't check down here when Javik went missing. So it would be in a good place to check, because I think it would be in there, like being like, oh my god, Ed is a robot. You know how he usually is. Alright, let's go and have a word with Javik, speaking of him, and then Tally. Anything? Because usually when I walk in here, you're having a conversation with somebody, and I start talking to you, and I skip that first conversation.
Another Reaper has died. You are proving that humans are capable soldiers. But I question this peace you have brokered. No such thing is possible between machines and organics. I would have destroyed the synthetics without hesitation. And these Quarians, let's just hope they are reliable allies. It is difficult to trust a species that hides behind masks.
Oh, fuck you. I really dislike Javik now.
The only conflict you should concern yourself with is ending the one with the Reapers.
Yeah, but do that, end other conflicts.
Powerful and plentiful.
Now we have 2 armies on our side. You're just a terrible person to chat to. I was certain that if the more Paragon you become, the more hopeful he becomes. That doesn't seem to be the case.
On every woman's figure but mine.
Well, I...
What? You don't like my legs?
Gabby, it's you. You know?
No chicken shit, I don't know. All you do is make stupid sexist comments to avoid saying anything real.
Gabby, now's not the time.
So I feel like...
We've got work to do.
Gabby wants Donnelly to flirt with her.
Look around you. Tomorrow may not come. Something to say or no.
I think I sided with
Please.
Daniels on the Renegades, so I'm going to side with Donnelly now.
What about us?
This is a military vessel, Daniels. Start
It really should have been the other way around.
Aye, Commander.
Yes, sir.
Because I think they're going to get gonna hook up, and I think I've just ruined it. And I don't like ruining romances. But yeah, I need to pay more attention when I'm picking between these for Renegade and Paragon. Alright, this should be a full scene.
Can't be. No. I guess that's right.
Hey, Tally. How's it going?
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you. I just got communication from the fleet. Sorry. From Rannoch. In the old days, I'd sent any new technology I found back to the fleet. I should probably be doing that with the agriculture samples now. I don't know anything about raising crops.
How are your people doing?
It's crazy. The Geth are helping. Setting up housing, adapting power systems. They are doing in weeks what would have taken us years. Geth are even uploading into the suits of Quarian volunteers. They're rewriting environmental functions, jump-starting our immune systems.
That's interesting. So yeah, because they're software, you can just upload them into any technology and let them do stuff. So they'll upload them into the suits, and then alter the environments in there to make them a bit more like Rannoch, and then keep changing it over time, and eventually your immune system adapts, which I think is a really, really interesting idea.
So the Quarians won't have to wear those suits anymore?
It doesn't seem possible, but yes, in a few years, with Geth improvements, we won't need them. We might still wear them. The suits have become part of our society. But a rupture won't be a death sentence. Today, on Rannoch, there are Quarian children who will grow up healthy and strong, thanks to the Geth.
And suitless, which is such an interesting idea.
No. I'd have killed the Geth with no regrets. And I'd have been wrong. Thank you.
Well, it's actually interesting how the suits are part of the culture as well.
I can't believe my people are working with the Geth.
They still wear them afterwards. Maybe not with the masks, I imagine. But like it becomes part of like the culture, part of the fashion. So yeah, that is actually really clever idea.
From Earth, off the radar, reaping begins in rural areas. Millions are dead in the Central Asian wilderness, even more in sub-Saharan Africa. We'll give you the gruesome view of what happens when the Reapers don't stop to indoctrinate. Now, in the battle space.
Okay, so I guess in non-major populated cities, the Reapers just wipe them out instead of indoctrinating them. Which I don't understand. I feel like they just get everybody on their side.
Commander.
Or maybe they're the people they're kidnapping to make a human Reaper, like they were in Mass Effect 2. Who knows? I feel like we should see the reports Diana makes somewhere. That would have been a nice touch. And then depending on our Paragon or Renegade choices would determine on what a report says, you know? That would have been good. Right, so I think after doing that mission, a bunch of new star systems have opened up. Or maybe like 1, 2 or 3, but we'll have a look. Perseus failed, Far Rim I think they're done. Hades Nexus, yeah, there's got to be stuff there.
I found something.
There's something, what are you? Some fuel, I had max fuel, that is always a waste. And there's going to be something on the planet, there we go. Asteria. What have you got for me? I encountered a bug in my doing my every achievement guide where you find something on a planet and then you press to send a probe. It fires a probe but then you don't collect anything. That's a war asset. And 2 war assets, okay. Yeah, so I just had to basically believe that and not pick it up. So I couldn't collect everything in the game, which is very annoying. I don't think it was a quest item, I think it was just like another war asset, but it's still annoying that I couldn't get it. Obelisk, that's Kaza, so I think that's for the Elcor on the embassies. And that's a weird one, right? Because we get this before he's given us the quest. So we can go to him, get the quest, and then leave the room, come back in, and then hand the quest back in, hand it in immediately, which is very bizarre. But that's fine. Or it could be for somebody else, who knows. But that is a thing that happens.